I'm gonna make him an offer again.
Of all the gin joints and all the towns and all the world.
Handle the truth. You can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
This is where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Multiplex Movie Melee. Got ourselves another singles match. I'm not sure where there's going, but we just we had another. I know we had one big singles match coming up. We got another big one coming up here right now. We got Cameron Redshaw going up against Payson Johnson. Two people I think quietly had really good melee years last year. Like Redshaw quietly came back, quietly won last one standing, held the belt, singles belt for a bit last year, and Payson kind of won everywhere in melee last year except for singles. He went 0-2 in singles last year, which I know is something he is quite unhappy about. Very curious to see what we're going to get here today. I got Dylan here with me. Kind of match think we got here today, Dylan?
Yeah, a really good one. Yeah, like you said, this is one of many. We've had many matches recently that have been like huge blockbuster matches in terms of the names and on either side. And this is another one today. Yeah, you said it. I mean, they both had really good seasons last year, which ended up getting them nominations for Melee Player of the Year, and they were both very weird seasons because Redshaw came back. Only played in 5-round matches because he won the events, the last one standing, and the Melee Gauntlet. So this is the first time we're seeing him play in a 3-round match in a very long time. And Payson, like you said, he's wanting to get some, momentum going in singles because it's been a bit since he's got a win there. But last year he had about as good of a season as you could possibly have anywhere else. I mean, he won the trios, the inaugural trios tournament, and he went undefeated in teams, retiring with Ginyu Force as the champs. So yeah, I know he's coming in with some momentum on that front. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this one goes.
Yeah, never really gonna get over that. We're bringing your first competitor here today. It's Payson Johnson. How you doing, Payson?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for this match. I think one of the first bits that I ever did in Multiplex, I've noticed the king of bits around here is me being in love with Redshaw. And you look at that face, how could you not be in love with him? You hear him speak, he has such a calm demeanor, and that was a long time ago. We dated for a little while, we hooked up, it was really nice. Now he's married, a beautiful wife and everything. It's interesting that we've never played in singles. We just never really crossed paths before he took a step back, and I'm just really excited. Usually I come into these matches with a really calm demeanor, but like Dylan said, I haven't won a singles match since 2023, and I really want to win. So I'm feeling the fire right now. Now Redshaw is not the type of player you want to see after coming off a almost year-long losing streak, but hopefully I can turn things around.
You're muted.
Of course.
It's not me
I blew my nose and trying to be respectful. Of course, gonna do that. Yeah, I feel like I can speak for Cody when he probably wished you hadn't brought up that Redshaw bit.
Nah.
Speak of the devil. Here is Cameron Redshaw.
Hi.
How you doing, Cameron?
Pretty good. Yeah, I haven't played in a 3-round match in 2.5 years, so we'll see how this goes.
Okay. Short and sweet. All right. Go ahead and get started then. Round number 1. It's going to work like this. You can get 8 questions from 8 general movie categories. You can have 15 seconds to write their answer down on your whiteboard. At the end of that time, we'll ask that you show and verbalize your answer. You get a point for each correct answer, and any one of you gets all 8 correct, you will receive a bonus question, also worth 1 point. Also get 3 repeats and a challenge to use throughout the match. Anything else before we get started?
Good luck, Redshaw.
You too, Payson.
All right. So get going. Your first question come in the category of drama. Silence is primarily set in what country?
Silence.
Yeah, part of me just didn't want to say anything for that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Payson.
Scorsese's a fucking weeb. Japan.
All right, Redshaw.
I was gonna say, I hope I'm not racist. Japan.
I don't know why you say that. Japan is the right answer. 1-1.
I didn't want to pick the wrong Asian country.
So your next question will be in the category of musicals. What actress stars as the wealthy Dale Tremont in Top Hat? Do you own a top hat, Mark?
No. Thought about it.
Hmm.
But never gonna go do Halloween as the Monopoly man. So
Speaking of Cody, he loves top hats, I know.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Yeah, that's right. He's a big fan. Let's go to Redshaw
Fred Astaire.
and Payson.
Did you say actor? I said Ginger Rogers.
We did say actress. Ginger Rogers is correct.
Oh, dang it. I misheard it.
Payson takes the lead 2-1. Going to your next question in the category of animated. In Ants, the ant voiced by Woody Allen is named after what letter of the alphabet?
I wrote that down way too fast.
I hope I said actress, or else I'm going to feel like an idiot.
I thought my whole thing is like that is like I have missed so many questions because in my head I hear actress and it turns out to be actor and I kick myself.
I just didn't listen to that word, so you probably did.
3, 1.
I was just like, Dale
Pens
sounds
down.
like a man. I'm sorry.
Let's go to Payson.
Z. Well, what?
Yeah, there
Okay,
it is.
there it is. Okay, Redshaw.
I'm pretty sure that's a 2, Payson. Z.
Yeah, we can't be stickers about that. In the league, Z is correct. So 3-2, your score.
I do my twos with the squiggle.
So your next question will be in the category of Oscars. Paper Moon won what Oscar?
This movie's all right. That's fun with it.
I still have yet to see it. I feel like I'd like it.
It just
Seems
it feels like a movie most people would like. It's this is I would type 5, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Redshaw
The supporting actress.
and Payson.
Yeah, no Oscar historians have any issue with this win. Best supporting actor.
Best supporting actress is correct. Payson staying perfect halfway through. Your next question coming in the category of scores and soundtracks. The song Red Right Hand by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds is played in every installment of what horror franchise? It's a good song.
It is.
Did like it. I don't know why.
I know there's something you want to say, but we won't say it until the next one.
Yeah, probably shouldn't. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Payson
I put The Purge.
and Redshaw.
There's a lot of red in Insidious.
I guess that makes sense. The correct answer is Scream. Both are incorrect.
So your next question will come in the category of recent releases. In A Different Man, what is Edward's profession before he becomes a successful real estate agent? Yeah, I guess on the last question, I kind of just assumed that you're a Peaky Blinders fan. But...
I was, yeah.
I mean, I like Peaky Blinders, saw a bit of it, not a ton. You know, like
I feel like a lot of people would know that song more is from that show than Scream.
No.
But
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Redshaw.
Actor.
Payson.
Not an actress, actor.
Yeah, actor is correct.
I'm gonna lose by 1 point, and I'm gonna hate myself.
All right. And going to your penultimate question, the category is sports. Name a sports film directed by Ron Shelton. Yeah. At least from 2 questions ago, I would have thought, I would, not corner us with the banter like I did with, that Scream question. But, it just kind of happens sometimes. Like,
That's all right.
oh, after saying this, there's really nowhere else to go without giving shit away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Payson.
White men can't jump.
All right. And Redshaw.
I don't think I got it. I said Bull Durham.
Yeah, the acceptable answers were White Man Can't Jump, Tin Cup, Cobb, Play It to the Bone, and Bull Durham. So both getting that correct.
Why did I think of Tin Cup first?
So then your final question around number 1 will come in the category of romantic comedies. What type of gemstone is El Corazon in Romancing the Stone?
Yeah.
Do you like this movie?
It's all right. It wasn't my
Yeah.
favorite. It was always like the last one I watched when I was like prepping for Zemeckis, just because like
That was a different time, prepping for Zemeckis. Those were the days.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's Redshaw
You like Mudkip? Emerald?
and Payson.
Second best Pokemon game, Emerald.
Emerald is correct. So that have Payson getting his score up to 7. Redshaw at 6. Is that what you have, Dylan?
That is what I have.
Great. We're going to round number 2, which is our wheel round, which both competitors get a chance to spin our wheel. They like what they land on the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can elect to spin again, but they must keep what they land on the second time. They're going to answer 5 questions for whatever category they land on, worth 2 points apiece, or they can check down a multiple choice for 1 point apiece. There is stealing, so everybody, please watch your asses. The categories that can be spun on today are written by Billy Wilder and directed by Joel Cohen, which are strength categories, as well as classics, recent releases, war, 2000s, westerns, crime, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Payson, you are ahead, so it's up to you whether or not you want to spin first or defer.
I told myself I would do this if I was in the lead. Now the question is, am I brave enough? And I am. We're spinning first.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then this will be your first spin. And you land on crime. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I'll take it.
All righty. And we'll take off the wheel. And Dylan, why don't you give him his crime questions?
Sure thing. Your first question in the category of crime. What 90s legal crime film features one of the main character's lovers being killed with a car bomb?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, The Pelican Brief, B, Presumed Innocent, C, The Rainmaker, or D, Murder in the First.
B, presumed innocent.
That is incorrect for the 1 point steal. Is it A, The Pelican Brief, B, Presumed Innocent, C, The Rainmaker, or D, Murder in the First?
The Pelican Brief?
That is correct for the 1 point steal. Your second question. Who directed Bad Day at Black Rock?
John Sturgis.
That is correct for 2 points.
Great movie.
Excuse me. Your next question. The Sugarland Express primarily takes place in what U.S. state?
I think it's Texas.
That is correct for 2 points. Your fourth question. In Killing Them Softly, who plays Mickey Fallon, the other hitman Jackie brings in to assist him?
Oh, fuck. Do I know this? Scoot McNairy.
That is incorrect. Redshaw for the 2-point steal.
I wish you went to multiple choice. Giovanni Ribisi.
That is also incorrect. We're looking for the late James Gandolfini.
Oh.
And your final question in this category. In Blowout, what is the profession of the man killed whose car crashes while Jack is recording sounds?
General.
We need an answer.
That scares me. Politician?
That is correct for 2 points.
I was like,
What? That's a good OC friend.
Oh. All right. Been running. Phew. Okay. But the end of Payson's turns. He got his score up to 13. Redshaw at 7. Is that right, Dylan?
That is what I have, yep.
All right. Got a little mixed up there myself. So we'll bring back at the wheel, and this will be Redshaw's first spin at the wheel. And you land on War. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I'll spit again. Why not?
You got it. Getting our second spin here. And
Nope.
look at that.
Whee!
Gonna get something else. Because we don't write 2 categories. Hey, look at that. You land on
Yeah.
directed by Joel Cohen.
This will be fun.
Let's take the hero.
All right. I will give you your questions and directed by Joel Cohen. First question. What Joel Cohen directed film features 2 men shooting firearms at cornbread to prove their accuracy?
I'll go multiple choice.
All right. Multiple choice options are A, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, B, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, C, True Grit, or D, Fargo?
True Grit.
That is correct for 1
Dang
point.
it. Sounds familiar.
All right. Here, next question. In Burn After Reading, George Clooney's character finds out he is being tailed by someone with what specific profession? Five, four, three.
Repeat the question.
All right. That is your first. Repeat your question again. In Burn After Reading, George Clooney's character finds out he is being tailed by someone with what specific profession?
This
5, 4, 3, 2,
gym instructor.
1. That is incorrect. Going over to Payson for the 2-point steal.
Is it as simple as CIA agent?
That is also incorrect. We're looking for a divorce lawyer.
I will challenge because the divorce lawyer is tailing Tilda Swinton, not him. And he finds out that he's being tailed by Brad Pitt.
Be right back after this challenge. All right, we're back after the challenge. Yeah, it turns out after looking at the scene, it was a bit muddy on who what the profession of the person who was tailing George Clooney's character at kind of near the end of Burn After Read. So we decided to throw out the question, and we're just gonna give Doc a new Coen Brother question. So Doc, here's your replacement question. In Fargo, Marge's husband enters a contest with a painting of what kind of bird?
I think I know it, but I'll be safe. Multiple choice.
All right. Your multiple choice options are A, a chicken, B, a pigeon, C, a duck, or D, a cardinal.
Maybe I don't know. I'll repeat the options.
There you got it. Your options again. A, a chicken, B, a pigeon, C, a duck, or D, a cardinal.
I'll say a duck.
Duck is correct for 1 point. All right. Here's your next question. Who plays Evel Snouts in Raising Arizona?
Dang. All right, we'll go multiple choice again.
All right. Multiple choice options are A, William Forsythe, B, John Polito, C, Bruce Campbell, or D, John Carroll Lynch.
A.
A is correct for 1 point.
I won't complain.
All right. Your penultimate question in the category. In No Country for Old Men, Llewellyn Moss is killed in what Texas city?
Great question.
It is a great question. Maybe I'll get 2 on the last one. I'll go multiple choice again.
Your multiple choice options are A, Amarillo, B, San Antonio, C, Laredo, or D, El Paso.
El Paso.
As the only time I think those cities will be brought up in this game, El Paso is correct for 1 point.
I did know that one. I was just unsure.
All right, here's your final question, directed by Joel Cohen. What original song is performed by Channing Tatum in Hail Caesar?
Am I gonna get 2 points? No dames.
That is correct for 2 points in the tie game. So, yeah, I guess tied up at 13. That what you got, Dylan?
That is what I have.
Cool. We're going into round number 3. It's our pick your poison round. It's gonna work like this. We had our competitors draft their categories from our list of general categories before the match. They will now draft from that list that they drafted here again to see what their answer here in round number 3. They can answer as many as 4 questions, worth 1, 2, 3, 4 points apiece. Once a category is selected, it cannot be selected or answered by their opponent. The categories that are here to be chosen in round 3 today are recent releases, classics, actors and actresses, romance, sci-fi fantasy, 2010s, directors, and Oscars. We're going to have our competitors pick their categories and hopefully come back, finish this one out. All right, we're back. Competitors pick their categories, and this is what we are going to do. We are going to go until we are either out of questions or one player is mathematically eliminated. Um, since we're both tied, both competitors tied, we're going to start with the lower ranked competitor, to which today is Payson. Payson, what would you like for your 1 point question?
I will take romance for my 1-pointer.
Romance. Got it. All right. I gave Redshaw his questions in round 2, so I'll give you your questions in round number 3. So, your 1-pointer in romance. Who plays investment broker Jack Trainer in Working Girl?
Harrison Ford.
That is correct for 1 point. Over to Redshaw for your 1-pointer. What's it going to be?
Oh, I need to answer this.
Yeah.
I was waiting for Dylan to hear my message in my brain. Actors and actresses.
Okay, there it is.
All right. So your 1-pointer in actors and actresses. Who has played the love interests of Hugh Jackman, Billy Crystal, and Tom Hanks?
Meg Ryan.
That is correct for 1 point.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Thank you.
All right. Tied up at 14 again. Back over to Payson for your 2-point question.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi fantasy. All right. Here's your 2-pointer. Category sci-fi fantasy. What is Soylent Green made of in Soylent Green?
People.
That is correct for 2 points. Payson gets score up to 16. Going back over to Redshaw for your 2-pointer. What is it?
I'll go classics.
Going classics.
Your question in classics. Who directed Persona?
Ingmar Bergman.
That is correct for 2 points.
Who?
Don't worry, your smile didn't give it away.
What?
All right. Halfway through, we're tied up at 16. Payson, what do you want for your 3-pointer?
Let's go recent releases.
You got it. All right. Here's your 3-pointer in recent releases. In the RMF is flying segment of Kinds of Kindness, which of Liz's organs did David request that she cook for him, which then leads to her death? Five, four,
Repeat the
3,
question.
2. Right, that is your first. Repeat your question again. In the RMF is flying segment of Kinds of Kindness, which of Liz's organs did David request that she cook for him, which then leads to her death?
Liver.
And that is correct for 3 points. Okay, up to 19 now. We'll now go back over to Redshaw for your 3-pointer.
I'll go 2010s.
2010s.
All right. Your question in the 2010s for 3 points. In The Hangover Part 2, the group realizes they left Stu's fiance's brother, Teddy, inside of what?
Shoot.
5, 4, 3.
I'll just say a freezer.
It's unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for an elevator.
There it was. All right. With that, we will stick with Redshaw for his 4-point question, which will be an Oscars, which he needs to hit. Send it back over to Payson, or Payson, excuse me, will win the match. Also, as a reminder, you still have all 3 of your repeats.
Yep.
So your question in the category of Oscars. What was the final film to win Best Color Cinematography?
Five, 4,
Repeat.
3.
That is your first repeat? Second? First,
His
yeah.
first repeat.
All right. Your question again. What was the final film to win Best Color Cinematography?
Five, 4, 3,
Repeat.
2.
That is your second repeat. Your question again. Sorry, what was the final film to win Best Color Cinematography?
Five, 4.
We'll use the last one. Why not?
That is your final repeat. Your question again. What was the final film to win Best Color Cinematography?
All right. I have a better answer. A Man for All Seasons.
And that is correct for 4 big points.
All right. Redshaw, not making this one easy. Gets a score up to 20 with that hit. And here it is, folks. One more question remaining here in round number 3, which is Payson's 4-pointer and directors. If he hits it, he wins. If not, Redshaw will win the match. And as a reminder, Payson, you still have 2 more repeats.
Okay.
4-pointer and directors. Sofia Coppola and Don Siegel both directed films with what title? Five, 4.
Repeat the question.
2. All right, that is your second repeat. Your question again. Sofia Coppola and Don Siegel both directed films with what title?
Okay. I know he's in that, but did he also direct him in that?
5.
Repeat it one more time.
All right, that is your final repeat. Your question one last time. Sofia Coppola and Don Siegel both directed films with what title?
I hope I'm not underthinking this. Great game, Doc. The Beguiled.
And your winner, Payson Johnson. The correct answer was The Beguiled. All
Great.
right, I'm going to take out the competitors here. Talk to Dylan for a second here. Great match. Great match.
Yeah.
Really back and forth here. First round, exactly what you want to see. High scoring affair, 7-6. And like both players were kind of, having a little bit of issues in round 2. Both were kind of, ready to hop on steals. Redshaw was able to play a bit better defense by just kind of checking down, able to kind of get everything he needs, and it was pretty smart with his challenge. Really came down to one miss in round 3, and that's just what it was. Like they looked into each other's eyes, as Payson were to say at the beginning, and Redshaw unfortunately was the first one to blink. Thoughts, Dylan?
Yeah, fantastic match. Really, really intense. Very close. Yeah, Payson had the lead coming out of round number one. Redshaw was able to close the distance in round two, not missing any categories in his opponent's strength, which is very impressive. So massive props to him there. And yeah, it was just that, like you said, that one miss in round three. I mean, fuck The Hangover Part Two. I think we can all say that. Like, I haven't even seen it, but I'm pretty sure fuck that movie. So I don't think anyone could really blame Redshaw for missing that one. But yeah, great pull from Payson on the Beguiled. Like, I wasn't sure. I usually have a pretty good read on whether or not people know the 4-pointer just looking at them when they're taking their time. I was not sure whether or not Payson had it, so I was like, oh no, is this going to be one of those moments where Payson just misses the last question and just continues his streak of bad luck in singles? But no, he came back in a big way, and I think this is exactly, I think, what he needed to get himself back on track. So congrats to him, and a great match to Redshaw as well.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. Beginning of post-match interviews. We will start. Fortune second place finisher, Andy. Cameron.
Hi.
Yeah. Again, played pretty well today. Honestly, just really just like kind of one miss there in round three.
Yeah.
You're able to answer some pretty difficult, at least strength level questions. Keep it close, bring it tied in there. How do you feel like you played today?
I feel really good, actually. I'm not going to lose any sleep on that because, like, losing by 3 points is perfect because I'm not overthinking, like, the point I dropped here and there. And it's Hangover Part 2, so what are you going to do? I haven't seen it. I'm not afraid to say it. But, yeah, so I feel pretty good. I was happy with that Oscars poll. And the moment that the director's question came up, and I was like, I think it's the Beguiled, and Payson knows a lot more about directors than I do, so I think he's got it. I was just like, it's all good.
All right. Yeah, this I think this was kind of like playing into kind of what we were going to do, kind of a next somewhere down the line in the season. Either way. I don't know if you got anybody you're thinking of facing. You wanted to get your sophomore match in here. I don't know. What do you want to place? Who do you want to play? Just why don't you tell me?
I don't know. There's still a few like big competitors I haven't played. I haven't played like Olivas. I don't even. I mentioned Marangoni last time. I still don't know if he's back in singles or not. But maybe that. But yeah, I'll play whoever. I want to play Cam again eventually. But
yeah. Great, 2 Camerons in the match. That was that was I had to do that once. Thanks for showing up today, Cameron. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Let's put you in backstage and bring your winner today, Payson Johnson. Payson. Yeah, as we kind of brought up at the beginning of the match, we know that you were kind of looking forward to, probably get a good foot in the door here to start your single season here, and played really well, and you beat a top tier competitor. So I imagine you're feeling good.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've been here in the singles realm. Feeling great. Hats off to Redshaw. He was someone that when I got into this league, I really wanted to play in singles, and I'm surprised it took 5 years to get it. Even before the Oscars question was read, I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna have to answer my 4-pointer to win the game because Redshaw's like the Oscar machine. Like there are the Boats, there are the Josephs, and then like everyone always says, no, the Oscar knowledge that Redshaw has is just like next level. And props to him. And then yeah, on that 4-pointer in directors, I was going through my head. I was like, okay, let's go through Coppola's filmography. Did Siegel direct like Marie Antoinette? Did he do fucking some movie called Somewhere? And then just on that first repeat, I was like, wait, I remember Eastwood didn't direct his version of The Beguiled. Did Siegel do that? And I was just able to get there. But yeah, I'm really happy and I'm really proud of this win. Taking Crime in round 2, like I always have a philosophy where you take. I will always spin away from my second half from my bottom 4 categories and take my top 4 categories. Crime was one of my top 4, and I took it. Didn't do quite as well as I hoped, but enough to get the win. So I have no complaints there.
Well, I think as you did mention before, like it's been a little while since you won a match. I don't know if this was going to spark the start of a revenge tour. Do you have any names for said revenge tour if you are starting one?
I mean, if this is the start of one, sure. I would love to play Kastner again. I would love to play Rue again. I would love to play Joseph again. I know he has mentioned before in the past that he wants to play in singles again. I don't quite get that when he won the first time, but if he wants to go for me when the questions are going to be easier, sure. There is something I could say right now, and I don't want to take the unnecessary shot, so I won't. But if that's what Joseph wants to do, go ahead. I'm all for it. But yeah, I'm excited for this tournament.
All right then. Well then, put you backstage. Congratulations again, and good luck down the road. And yeah, they'll do us. Do us? Why did I say that? They'll do it. They'll do it for us. God, why can't I end stuff? That's it for this episode of Multiplex Movie Melee. Thank you today, Payson, for showing up. Thank you, Doc, for showing up. Thank you to all the writers and editors who put the show on. And again, you watching, you're the reason why we do this. Please keep watching. Thank you. Thanks for Dylan for doing this here with me. And yeah, just be well.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.